So?
No signs of E. coli in the swimming pool. No chlorine in the soil or in the air. Still testing the tap water. How'd you do?
Well, nothing stands out in their medical histories, and the autopsies on the fetuses were negative for any bacterial infection.
What about the husbands?
Well, they're all in the same company, but they serve in different units. It's so weird. These women, it's like they got together, had a meeting, and decided to have a baby at the same time.
Oh, it's wartime. Soldier goes off to fight, wants to leave behind a legacy.
Hey, Dr. McCabe, there's a phone for you.
For me? Yeah, this is Dr. McCabe. Okay, I'll be right there.
Dr. McCabe, tell me what's wrong with my baby, please.
Calm down, Amy. Tell me exactly what happened.
I started cramping. I called Nancy. She picked me and Lexi up and brought us straight to the hospital.
Did the cramps feel like labor?
No, I remember what it felt like with Lexi. This is much different. I'm bleeding, too.
Miles, we have less than 48 hours.
Is my mommy going to be okay?
Lexi, we're gonna do everything we can to take good care of your mom, okay?
Obviously, we're gonna have to keep you here for a while. Is there someone who can take care of Lexi for you?
Me and about a dozen other moms in our support group.
Okay, good. We're gonna have to run some tests. We're gonna find out exactly what's going on.
Do whatever you have to, Dr. McCabe. Just please save my baby.
The mayor found something. In the Broad Street Building's lease agreements, Meredith and the original victim's companies all relocated in October 2001. Same with the company Rebecca England is with. The building all the companies were housed in before that? The World Trade Center.
The company's relocated after 9/11.
So all our victims are survivors of the 9/11 attack. All the patients lived or worked near Ground Zero. They said they remember inhaling the toxic air. I mean, hundreds of chemicals aerosolized that day. New York was literally a poison cloud for months.
Yeah. Whatever poison they inhale could be killing them now. Benzene, mercury, asbestos. You name it, it was in the atmosphere for weeks, even months after the attacks.
Yeah, but if thousands inhaled these fumes, why are these four the only ones to get sick?
And who says they're the only ones?
There could be people out there who just haven't presented.
You're right, Nat. Any of these chemicals could produce a disease with a delayed onset. I mean, autoimmune disorders, neurologic impairment, cancer. Frank, dig around the health department records and the other hospitals. See if you can find any other victims who even remotely present with the same symptoms as our patients here.
You got it.
When they find out their illnesses could be related to this, it'll be like being terrorized all over again.
The proposal for New Delhi has to be in the packet tonight. Got it? Let me save you some time, Natalie. My heart rate's through the roof, my blood work's a mess, and my breathing's labored.
If you ever get tired of pie charts and expense accounts, maybe I'll put you to work. So how you doing?
I still can't feel my legs. It's getting harder and harder to dial this phone.
No, Meredith, what I mean is, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Why?
Your office was in the World Trade Center, right?
Yeah.
There's a possibility that the toxins you inhaled that day may be causing this illness. You okay?
Sure.
Meredith, we got your preliminary blood tests back. Is there a reason you didn't tell me you were taking antidepressants?
I forgot, I guess. What's the difference? Half the country's taking them.
Half the country didn't work in an office on the 71st floor of the World Trade Center that day. People need to deal with that kind of trauma.
I did.
Did you? Did you talk to anyone? A therapist, maybe?
Like I told you, Dr. Durant, I'm fine.
Any response from the plasmapheresis?
Doesn't seem to be helping.
This may not be Guillain-Barré syndrome.
There's something else going on here. She lied to us about being on antidepressants.
She lied.
That's my take. She's also having some serious avoidance about her 9/11 experience.
Post-traumatic stress?
Could be. Could also be something even more personal.
Natalie, our priorities here are her physical symptoms. That's how we save her.
When I mentioned 9/11, Stephen, she just shut down.
It still won't affect whether we can save her.
Ultimately, might be the only way we can.
Connor,
She's resting.
Bleeding stopped, at least for now.
have you been able to identify any of the environmental triggers?
No, everything's clean. The pool, the soil, even the tap water.
What about the husbands of the mothers that miscarried? Don't they all belong to the same company?
Yes, but they're all in different units. Some are still in Iraq, others have been rotated back to the base.
All right, find out everything you can about their assignments. Your answers may lay with them.
Yeah.
All of the husbands worked in weapons research and development.
Which means they can't talk about what they do?
Exactly. But from what I've learned, that kind of work would have exposed them to all sorts of chemical agents, not to mention biological immunizations.
Any of which could potentially cause genetic abnormalities. We're gonna have to test their sperm to find out if they've been affected.
Right. I'll take care of it.
I thought doctors didn't make house calls anymore.
Depends on the patient.
Yeah, well, can't say I envy you being Meredith Beck's MD. I'm sure by now she's already provided you with a diagnosis of her.
I was hoping that you could help me out with that. Since I've been treating Meredith, nobody, not a single person has come to visit her. The contact with friends or just people that she knows would raise her spirits a lot.
So I don't mean to be insensitive, Dr. Durant, but I work with Meredith, and I don't even know her. I'm not sure anyone really does anymore.
Anymore?
Look, I wasn't in the towers on 9/11, but I knew Meredith before that. She had friends, lovers, a life. It was after that day she became who she is now.
Thank you. If there's anyone you can think of, please let me know.
Now, I remember Meredith mentioned someone named Annie, but that was a few years ago.
Do you have a number, a way that I can contact her?
I'm afraid I don't even have a last name.
Thanks.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm listening for your baby's heartbeat.
I just got the test results. The husband's sperm samples came back negative. No abnormalities.
I wish I could talk to my husband.
Have you tried to contact him?
Yeah. His unit's out in the field in Iraq. I won't be able to reach him until they get back. Is that my baby?
No, that's your heartbeat. Your baby's will be a lot faster. Just have to get this in the right spot.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
It is faster.
Yeah. Not as fast as it should be.
Is there something wrong with my baby?